Check, check. You already know what it is. It's Mr. Brian Freeman. We about to get into a good ramble right now. Get your mind right. Stop playing. All right, so today we're going to be talking about boredom and why you should learn to love being bored. So, when I was growing up, I used to be really crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had so many different phases of my life where Uh, I'm just thinking of how to classify a characterizes. Like, I don't ever want to call myself a criminal. You know what I'm saying? But there were like in high school, I got arrested every single year in high school. You know what I'm saying? And that's not good, and I don't recommend that. You know what I'm saying? I was just wilding for respect for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. My life was very toxic, and I did have fun. I will say that. But what I've learned over the course of my life, especially when dealing with success and accomplishing goals in an exponential way, stability is king. So, on this road to success, right? Success is very simple. It might not necessarily be easy, but it's very simple. The easy part is just falling in love with the boredom. Because to be successful, you really just have to be consistent, do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Right. So it's funny now. I mean, I'm used to it now, but when I was really getting on my shit, is like on the weekends, it's kind of boring. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the crib. I don't really go out like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's a special occasion or they dropping the bag on your boy. You feel me? Then I'm going to go out. I'm going to be outside. You feel me? But on the weekend, I used to go out all the time. You know what I'm saying? But now I don't because that's not conducive to my overall well-being, my peace, um, my emotional state. You spend unnecessary money on dumb shit. It's like that's not it for me. Um, and it's just ironic. Like even you know what I'm saying. My friends will talk about it. Like yeah, being successful can be boring. And that's why you need to fall in love or just learn to like it. Like it's like, you know what I'm saying, being peaceful is very good. Sometimes I might miss being a little bit toxic, you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. Because it's like you got the excitement, your adrenaline, you know what I'm saying? It's, it can be fun. Absolutely. But I don't think that a lot of success comes from not being stable. Like stable allows you to have the foundation to build wealth and to build discipline and to build focus. Like the way that I feel now through my journey, I feel like I can do anything. Even if I had to start over again, I feel like with what I built with my mindset, my habits, I would be able to run it up again because I know what it takes. And I don't have a million people pulling me in a million different ways. I don't have girls that are draining my energy, making me focus on dumb shit. Like I don't even bother with that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like being bored. I look at being bored as peaceful and stable foundation. And it's funny because like, yo, I really used to be so toxic. Like I used to be so toxic that in my past relationship, like in a past relationship, I would get so bored in the relationship that I would just start fights and I would just cheat and wow it like because it was so like boring, like it was so peaceful that it was I wasn't used to that and I mean and that's how I grew up because how I grew up it was a lot of toxic stuff going on. So like that's what I was used to and that's what I looked at as love like fighting and now that I'm older and I'm more mature, like I realize that that's not right for me, and that's not what I prefer. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, man. Shout out to not being toxic. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to being peaceful. Shout out to being a positive person that's growing every single day. Because like just being toxic, it doesn't really help anybody. You know what I'm saying? Being peaceful is just it's a lot better. And it can be boring, quote unquote, when it's so peaceful. Because you gotta think about it. When it's so peaceful and serene, it's not a lot of stimulus. You know what I'm saying? Like it's with being toxic, it's so many ups and downs. So it's like different sides of the spectrum. So you're going through it's like an emotional roller coaster. And like it's like you really feel these emotions. But at the same time, like you can't build a sustainable lifestyle and business when your emotions are wrecked. It's not it's I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's so much harder. Like it's way easier when you're peaceful and stable. That's why you have to go into isolation and be by yourself because the outside world can really pull you in so many different directions that you can't even focus on what it is that you want to accomplish in your life. And that's why we have to be peaceful. Like on everything I love, like just through my whole journey, like peace is so important to me because when I'm at peace, I can think clearly. I can think about what the best move for me is. Think about it. When you are angry and you make impulsive decisions, those probably aren't the best decisions. You feel me? Like I heard this quote where they were talking about a pot with boiling water in it. When the water is boiling, right? You can't see what's in the pot because it's a whole bunch of bubbles, right? But when the water is still, you can see clearly. And that's like our minds. Because when we're angry and emotional, our minds are boiling. We can't see clearly. And if you can't see clearly, you can't make the best decisions. I'm not saying that you can't, but it's a very high chance that you're not going to make the best decisions if you're very emotional. You're angry, you're sad, like you're coming from a place of survival. That's why we have to be peaceful out here, man. And I'm just saying, some it can be boring sometimes, but it's cool because we're getting more mature and we're becoming wiser. And I feel like that's why, you know what I'm saying, the older folks, they just be sitting on the porch just chilling, just, you know what I'm saying? Like they just be chilling in the chair, like, cause it's real peaceful. Like, hey man, shout out to peace, yo. And shout out to the ability to even be bored. You feel me? Cause it's like if you're bored, you got time to just, you know what I'm saying, just to be somewhere, to be at your crib. Versus you having to go do this job that you might not like to do, you know what I'm saying? Like off of survival. So I hope that everybody watching this video right now, you got some game and you look at being bored in a sense as okay. And I hope that we prefer to be peaceful and not be toxic. And this is coming from somebody that was really, really toxic in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to peace, man. I hope everybody watching this is super successful. They have a whole bunch of wealth, abundance, success for them and their family. You know what I'm saying? Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate you watching the video. Got a whole bunch of music on this page. You should bump the music. It's a whole bunch of positive affirmations. You already know what it is. Mr. Brian Freeman. I'm going to holla at y'all on the next one. Peace.